While planning for different groups, the teacher needs to know what type of learners she has in her class. As I said, she needs to plan in a differentiated way because of the mixed ability in the class. Also, because of the types of learners in her class. For example, we have visual learners. Visual learners are those learners who learn from looking at things. For example, they can see movies, they can see videos, they can see pictures, and they can learn a lot from them. The picture or the image stays in their mind, and it sort of triggers their memory to learn the image and memorize the image and respond to the image. So they are the visual learners. They love to look at things and then learn them and also memorize them. So the teacher can ask the students whether they think they are visual learners or not. So the students may say they don't know whether they are visual learners or not. In that case, the teacher can show them a picture or a movie clip or any video that she has on learning, and then asks them a few questions. Maybe she can make some 10 short questions out of a movie clip and ask the students, who said this sentence? And she can give the example of the sentence, and those who are visual learners, they would be able to answer that quickly, rather quicker than the rest of the class in which there aren't any visual learners. Maybe there are other types of learners in the class. So the visual learners would be able to respond to anything that they see, and the teacher would be able to evaluate. Then, when she is planning, she can always keep in mind that she has these visual learners in the class. So it will be very good for her if she knows the needs of the students, and if she understands there are visual learners in the class, then she plans accordingly, and then she brings some materials for these visual learners, such as pictures, such as paintings, such as movie clips, or some videotapes with her to make the understanding better for her visual learners. The visual learners would also like to respond in a visual manner. For example, the teacher may encourage them, those who like to draw the answer, like for example, if she's asking them to talk about a character of a person in the short story or the novel, then she can ask them to come on the board and draw it. If there are more visual learners in the class, she can ask all of them to draw the pictures on pieces of paper of the character they are talking about. The teacher will be surprised to see how the students who are visual learners respond to this question when she asks them to draw the character. Because the students who are visual learners, they get a very good image of the character the teacher is talking about or the students are reading about in the book, and they can draw it very well. It is also fun learning, and it is also different from the routine that they are doing, that is reading and producing. They love to do something different in the class, and this is how they are motivated to attend those lessons which have some sort of differentiated teaching in the class. The visual learners would be very happy to get up from their places and look for answers which they can find in some pictures. So some resource books with pictures should be also kept in the library which is in the class. Or sometimes the teacher may take the students to the main library in the school and ask them to look for pictures which they think are related to their lessons. And then when they select those pictures, the teacher may ask them to explain the picture. How do they think the picture is relevant to the lesson they are doing in the classroom? So that will be a good challenge for the visual learners, because they would find it very interesting to relate a picture from the library book to the lesson they have in the classroom. And that would be a good activity for visual learners.